Hey there guys, Portal Master 9351 here, and in today's video I have some news and updates in reference to the Legend of Zelda potential news that we could be seeing. So it was confirmed today that we will not be seeing Skyward Sword on the Nintendo Switch anytime soon. A spokesman of the company for Nintendo spoke to someone over at Eurogamer and stated that as of right now there are quote-unquote no plans to bring Skyward Sword to the Nintendo Switch. Why did we sort of think that Skyward Sword could have potentially been coming to the Switch? Well, it is because at a recent Legend of Zelda concert, one of the game directors actually stood up on stage and said, hey man, wouldn't it be nice if Skyward Sword came to the Switch? We know that's what you're all waiting for, or something along those lines. And a lot of the internet was kind of like, oh my gosh, you know, Skyward Sword remaster coming to Nintendo Switch. And I'll admit, I kind of thought there was some possibilities of that, especially since this came days after a sort of leak slash, I don't really know what you'd call it, that came from Game Informer, where a guy basically was like, look, I know some stuff, I'll talk to you guys off camera, but a Zelda game is coming sooner than we expect. So when those two things were put together, I thought, okay, it's looking like pretty strongly that we could be seeing a Skyward Sword remaster coming to the Nintendo Switch. But see, this seems to just kind of come down and cut that rumor in half. Now, Nintendo has recently been deconfirming a lot of things. This comes on the heels of them deconfirming the N64 classics. So Nintendo does frequently come out and say, you know, try to do crowd control and say, no, this isn't happening. And my understanding of how this happened was more than likely someone at Eurogamer probably got in touch with a Nintendo contact that the media source has. It's likely that Nintendo didn't reach out to Eurogamer to just come out and say, you know, there's no Skyward Sword remaster coming right now. So it's kind of interesting that this is the case. So now the question kind of goes back to, well, if a brand new Legend of Zelda game is coming sooner than we expect, and it's not Skyward Sword, does that mean it's a new game? And it probably does. Now, I had a user actually point out on the last video I made on this topic that it's possible we could be seeing a Wind Waker re-release. Rather than a remaster, we could see a Wind Waker HD re-release at some point in 2019. They've been re-releasing almost every single Wii U game that was even mildly successful now that the Nintendo Switch actually has a bigger install base than the Wii U. It only makes sense that that's what they're doing. So we could actually see Wind Waker be released, but I honestly don't see that as a new Zelda game in any way, shape, or form. So I think that when it was stated by that person over at Game Informer that we're getting a brand new Zelda game, I still hold to my heart that that means that there is a brand new game. And I would have included an actual remaster, like a Skyward Sword remaster. That would have been included in that. But I really wouldn't count a Wind Waker re-release as a brand new game, if you catch what I'm saying. So now the question does go back to, okay, what could we be seeing? A Breath of the Wild style game, or could we be seeing some other classic style of Zelda game? Now, I for one am a little bit disappointed that there is no Skyward Sword remaster, although I will say I am excited for a brand new Zelda game. Probably the biggest reason why I'm kind of a little disappointed that there's no Skyward Sword remaster is because, well, Skyward Sword didn't exactly have the best control scheme. Some people liked the control scheme, but I know that it was not the best, and I would have personally liked to have tried it out with a more standardized control scheme rather than gimmicky Wii Motion Plus controls. So I still think eventually we'll more than likely get a non-motion controller version of Skyward Sword. I just don't think it's going to be whatever that 2019 Zelda title is, assuming that the Game Informer source is right and we are actually getting a game for Zelda in 2019. So it's kind of up in the air. We don't really know what's going on, but there could be some interesting stuff coming for Zelda, especially now that it's seemingly been deconfirmed that there will be any type of Skyward Sword remaster anytime soon. It looks like there's going to be actually some new content, so it's pretty exciting. Anyways, tell me what you think of this down in the comments. Curious to know what you guys think. But that is all I have for you guys today. This has been Portal Master 9351. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and shout out to all my patrons on Patreon, especially the Collector Creepypasta and Portal Power TV. See you guys next time.